Golden.
Shoot.
What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Boot Podcast, a Louisiana sports podcast where you get everything Louisiana sports, whether that's Saints news, Pelicans news, LSU football, basketball, baseball, shit, soccer, whatever it is, we got y'all, man. We got a nice little episode planned for y'all this week. Uh, so I'm gonna start it off pretty light, man. Uh, how y'all fellas doing, man? Y'all good?
Oh, I'm good, Ryan. I'm in my Steven Adams slash Joakim Noah mode today with the hat
That's
on.
hey, I see you, man. I see you. How you feeling, Jared?
Right. Can't complain. I'm alive, healthy.
I feel it, baby. I feel it. I feel it. So pretty much we gave last week we talked about LSU baseball and we gave Paul Mainieri his flowers. And I must say, this guy is going out with a bang. It's still some Mainieri magic left in the tank. LSU baseball to the super regionals, man. What y'all think about it, man? What y'all think about it? They actually had me hyped the other night because I wasn't expecting that. Crazy game.
Hell of a game. Hell of a game.
I
You know,
stayed up for that. I'm gonna tell you what, I fell off. I woke up to watch the game.
That's a bet, man. So
unbelievable.
I guess what we can do for the people that might have missed it is just kind of fill them in on the road to the super regionals because it definitely wasn't easy. They had to win 4 elimination games to get there. So I'm a toss it to my LSU insiders. What y'all think about the road to get now?
You first, Dan.
I know one to start off. They got in there by God's grace and mercy. They probably shouldn't have got in anyways. I thought it was gonna be a short, easy trip whenever we lost to Gonzaga, whenever we lost to that pitcher, man, and he was pitching like it was nothing special. He was pitching a number of off-speed pitches, number of change-ups and curveballs, and they couldn't hit this dude. They couldn't hit him for shit. So they kind of woke up. They lost the first game against Gonzaga 3-0. They couldn't hit the backside of a barn if they were in front of with a bat. They couldn't hit shit. So they lost 3-0 that game. Then they played Central Connecticut State, which they almost lost that game. They should have lost, but they got a good outing from Devin Fontenot came out and pitched like 3 or 4 solid innings to hold them because they were down with like 4-2. They ended up coming back, tying up the game, and then they ended up winning 6-5 in extra innings. Um, then they ended up playing Gonzaga again. Ended up beating Gonzaga pretty handily at that time. They won what it was like 7-4. They ended up beating Gonzaga, and then the Oregon game, they beat them twice. The bats finally woke up. Tell you what, Dylan Cruz looked like he's gonna be a future top 3 pick in the MLB. True freshman looking like the next best thing. Got all there in a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Landon Marceau pitched damn good in that closeout game against Oregon that night to come in and close it out. I thought I thought Mainieri was gonna put him in that ninth inning, bro. It was looking a little close, but went ahead and sealed the deal. Bro. Guy almost blew it, but he got done, man. But at the end of the day, man, I think they really found what they were really missing was hitting. The pitching has been pretty good this year. The bullpen ain't been that good, but I mean it's been good enough for them to win games, and they just never had any run support this year. And they're finally the young guys are finally coming of age, and they're playing for their team. They team, man. I mean their coach. So
Yeah. How
it is what it
how
is.
much you think the announcement from Paul Mainieri had to do with it? I seen a lot of people saying that that's what lit the fire on them.
Yeah, it's a good little
I think
bit.
that might be 60-40.
Uh,
I don't think they would have had that same sense of urgency if Paul was coming back next year, because they had an excuse. They're all young. Most of the lineup are either freshmen or sophomore. Blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. So they had the excuse this year. Oh, we were young. We learned how to play. Blah blah. But they grew up. They want to do from there, man. And even if they go to Tennessee and lose, I think that they sitting off from there on a good high note. and they sent him off. You know, he could ride off into the sunset on this unprecedented run because I didn't think they had this in them at all. Honestly, I thought they were dead in the water. But you know, the bats woke up, and that's what it is, man. Timely hitting, and they didn't have that all year. So you know, they woke up.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's they're gonna have their hands full against Tennessee too, man. They got a good baseball team, so
And and actually against Tennessee, Ryan, they lost 2 out of 3 games by less than by 1 run. So they
Two
can play against
walk-offs.
Tennessee. They're 2 walk-offs. So
yeah.
they can play with Tennessee. Now if they come and the bats are alive, I wouldn't be surprised if they win, 1 out of 2. And if they win both of them, I mean, I think it's gonna be a close series. I think it's gonna be real close. And because LSU they're playing with house money right now, man. They're playing with
Yeah.
house money. They're not ain't supposed to be here. They were unranked coming into the College World Series and then making a run. Ain't nothing but house money around. But everybody knows LSU because of the name. And, they're still LSU. So, of course, they won't get a certain amount of respect. But they weren't very good this year, man. I mean, they were an above average team. And, I mean, if they play for, in the Sun Belt or, they play maybe even the Pac-12 or something like that, they might have had a higher ranking. But since the SEC is loaded, they just lost so many games at the beginning. They started off, they lost their first 5 series in the SEC when they started off. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they dug themselves a hole and they got out of it. So, it is what it is, man. I mean, they're
Yeah,
playing
see,
good. Playing good
man,
ball right
I don't know if the SEC hold as much weight in baseball as it do in other sports. I was looking through
now.
the
It does,
tournament
Ron.
brackets,
Sleep,
and
Ron.
it's a lot of teams, bro. It's a lot of schools that you wouldn't even know of if it was like we talking football, basketball, or something like that that was in that tournament. You know what I mean?
Well, now, Ron, because SEC, they beat up each other all year. God,
Yeah.
they got Arkansas and Tennessee. That's two top 10 teams in LSU. They have Florida
Yeah.
in there. They had A&M, Ole Miss. Ole Miss won the championship not
Vanderbilt.
too long ago. Vanderbilt, like loaded. Like this ain't like this is where baseball is at. Like this, it was a tough league
Yeah,
this
I'm
year,
not. No,
man.
I'm not saying that the SEC not probably the best conference because I'd say they the best conference. But I'm saying the
Yeah, the
drop off in
remaining.
talent is not the same as in because if like a SEC school played some Sun Belt, you know what I'm saying, North Texas in football, you expect a blowout. Like it's not even a competition. That's like the
Oh,
homecoming game. But
yeah, that's a little different with
in
baseball because
baseball, it's
if you
not.
got a good
Yeah,
pitcher, you got a
yeah,
good pitcher that can strike out and throw from strikes. Then you can play with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got good pitching and you can hit the ball, timely hitting. You even gotta that was the problem with LSU at the beginning of the year. They were trying to hit too much home runs. Now they're hitting for contact and not a ball flying out the park. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. They were swinging for the fences and just trying to get home runs instead of hitting for contact. And when you're playing this College World Series, the pressure's on. So you got to hit for contact. So they've been hitting the ball good, man. I mean, I'm telling you what, that Dylan Cruz, bro, and that Gavin Dugas, those guys been balling, bro.
yeah, for sure.
Fellas, we cannot forget that they did have a top five according to like the records of the opponents they face, a top five toughest schedule out of everyone in the whole country. You know what I'm saying? So that SEC stretch alone was brutal. You know what I'm saying? Like not too much people would have came out of there, you know, on the plus side of the wins, But I mean, let's give credit when credit is due. When they needed to get W's, they got them. That last stretch, the last couple of series on the end of the season, they got their W's when they needed it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that walk-off hit against Central Connecticut, I think that lit an extra fire underneath their asses because they almost lost that game. But I think when that happened, they like, okay, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get our shit together and let's do this. And after that game, you could have tell, a sense of urgency and a uplift of energy. You know what I'm saying? As they was playing against Gonzaga and Oregon. You know what I'm saying? And They have that. They have, the whole let's do it for Paul Mainieri. You know what I'm saying? Let's send them out on a good note. And you got three freshmen that made the all American freshman team. You got freaking Trey Morgan that's balling. You can't forget about Will Hammers. He's only a freshman. He's a pitcher. But, he's doing his thing. He's only a freshman. And then Dylan Cruz, like Dan said, that's top pick in a couple of years in the MLB draft. Like,
I got number one pick written all over him, bro.
Yeah, and can you imagine like the coach, what I'm saying, of next year, who is not gonna say yes to this LSU job? They're doing this with a whole bunch of freshmen and sophomores. Can you just imagine the next 2 years? You know what I'm saying? Everybody come back healthy. They get a couple of extra pitchers. You know what I'm saying? These guys are definitely in College World Series. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, what they should.
That Trey Morgan is damn good too, guys. Solid. It's good to see a black man doing good in college baseball. You don't see that too often, man. Good solid baseball player, man.
That's a fact. It's funny that you mentioned that, Jerrette, because the coach for the Florida Gators, he just turned down a job, and somebody I forget the other coach name, man, but he turned down a job too. He said he wasn't interested. They both committed to the schools that they at. So we'll see, man. I hope everything work out because, like y'all said, the roster give us hope. Like we definitely got a future. I hope they get the right manager in there and figure it out so they can keep going. But for the listeners, man, if y'all interested in checking it out, I'm gonna try my best to watch just so we can talk about it the next podcast. But the next game versus Tennessee is gonna be Saturday at 7, and it's gonna be on ESPN2. So if y'all trying to check that out, y'all go peep out LSU. I know it's gonna be on at the same time as this UFC card, which is really stacked. So I'm gonna try my best to maybe cut it on a laptop or something on the side, but we'll see, man. Good luck to LSU. I hope they do their thing and make it to make it out the Knoxville Super Regional, man.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
But all right, man. So I'm gonna switch it over to talk a little Saints. I want to bring up this tweet that I saw. It's from Mike Triplet on Twitter. And I'm gonna quote this. I'm gonna read this word for word. Saints wide receiver Tre'Quan Smith also said. Actually, before I get into that, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Fact or cap? Just one word. Fact or cap? Saints wide receiver Tre'Quan Smith also said he and Jameis Winston have talked about their ability to stretch the field together. Smith said Winston told him when he has the ball, quotations, don't stop running, and that he could hit him 60, 70 yards down the field, even if other reads aren't open. Fact or cap, y'all?
Fact.
I go with a fact.
Fact.
I'm going to go with I got to see it to believe it. Jameis is talking very, very spicy. He's been doing it all season.
5,000, man. With Mike Evans, he did this, man.
I understand that, but Mike Evans is different than Tre'Quan Smith. It's two different. You know what I'm saying? Which I think the Saints' offense will fit him better. So I do think he'll be successful. But this whole I'm gonna hit you 70 yards down the field, even when nothing else is open, like that's setting the bar high for yourself. Real high.
I will say this though, Ryan. Tre'Quan Smith was supposed to be a deep threat coming out of college, and that's what he did. But of course, Drew Brees' old ass couldn't get it to him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
Tre'Quan got speed. I think that could work out. You know what I'm saying? And he got size. So I think
he definitely got speed. I'm still kind of on the fence if I think he can actually go up and get the ball, like in jump ball situations and stuff. But if he was to, burn everybody, I think Jameis can get it there. I just got to see it on the field. Like all this talk is good. Like the little workout videos look good. He talked all this stuff about how Drew Brees got him right and all this other stuff, man. The only thing that give me hope is that I put full trust in Sean Payton. Like, the guy's legendary, man. The guy, I have full trust that whatever the offense look like, he'll be able to figure it out. But I don't know,
Wow.
man.
I
So
got
one more thing, Ron.
Oh, go ahead, Dan.
So back to cap. Peyton Turner wearing his cowboy boots in the locker room with ML23 in there. Fact to
He
cap.
go ahead. Facts. He gonna wear it. He gonna wear it. They was on his ass though, bro.
That ball had them cabal boots on. I think it was nice. Them sneaky skins, bro.
Kambal
Oh
beats.
yeah, that's a
I
real
have
country nigga.
That guy went to the right spot, bro. He did
He
Houston or Louisiana, bro.
Yeah,
That guy gonna be in them trail riders head first, bro.
facts, bro. You might
Bold
see him
prediction,
at the
fellas.
stepping strut.
Bold prediction here. Uh, Tell me if y'all agree. I got two breakout players. Saints offense. Tre'Quan Smith, Adam Troutman. Jameis loved the tight ends. You go back to his days in Tampa Bay, that guy loved him some Cameron Brake and some O.J. Howard. Now it's up to Adam Troutman to get his shit together and actually prepare. But if he actually is pretty good like they say he is, I see him breaking out, having a good sophomore campaign, and I feel like with the quarterback that can finally push the ball down the field, I think Tre'Quan can actually do more damage with a quarterback that can actually push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I definitely agree with that. I think the opportunity will definitely be there for him. Like, he will have the most opportunity out of anybody on the roster to be successful. You know what I mean? Because I think not only does Jameis like the tight end, but I think historically Sean Payton like working stuff in for the tight end as well. You know what I mean? And it could have been Drew, I don't know, but we just seen in the Saints offense over the past decade, tight ends have been up until recently, they've been, you know, prevalent in the offense. Like, especially I think about like the Jimmy Graham days specifically, where obviously he wasn't as good as he looked in that Saints offense. So definitely some opportunity for Adam Troutman. I hope that, you know, like you said, he actually prepare and he step into that role, because I think it's going to be some big stuff for him. I think another thing to look out for is not necessarily a breakout, because he's already top talent, but I really do think this is going to be a big year for Alvin Kamara. I think it's going to be a lot less pressure. We seen that screen type offense. Like, even our throwing game was out the backfield for the most part. And so I think with the field being stretched out, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Alvin Kamara running and catching out of the backfield. So keep an eye on that. I'm really excited for what the Saints offense going to look like going into next year, man. Like,
Indeed.
the Pels ruined it, so we got all this dead time. So I've been super anxious for the Saints season to start.
That's a fact, Ryan.
But
Hey, I got one more thing. Fact or cap? This came out of Cam Jordan's mouth himself. He said Peyton Turner is better than what he was coming out of college.
Cap.
Yeah, that might be cap.
Think you're just blowing
It,
smoke, bro?
it's the right thing to say, but it's cap.
I gotta
It's like
believe.
it's
Yeah,
like a
I
good
gotta see no field.
yeah. It's a good way to like show support to your rookie and, you know, buck his head up, get him motivated. But I think that's cap. Speaking of Saints defense, though, just a little extra thing to throw in here. Um, Tyrann Matthew tweeted out this cryptic tweet, and I just want to see your opinion on what this might mean. He said, and I quote, "If they make me choose, I'm gonna choose to take it back where it all started." Is Tyrann Matthew coming to NOLA?
That would definitely have to be during through a trade this year or a free agency next year, Ryan. But I would love nothing more to have time come New Orleans because Malcolm should retire because he's a oh well he still can play but he's getting old. But
Yeah,
I would definitely love. I would definitely love time to come to NOLA. That would really make my day,
Yeah,
my
I
year.
seen that tweet caught fire on Saints Twitter. Like everybody was saying, tiring of New Orleans. So hopefully we get to see him in NOLA. That would be dope. Guy was
But
a baller at LSU, baller at McNeese too. Um, but yeah, man, we had any updates from training camp?
Nah, Ryan, just a little mini camp. Usually at this time they'll probably be doing some light work, but they got everything in the classroom now. So SP added like a little extra wrinkle. So everything is just installing uh, classroom work, putting in the game plans and shit like that. Nothing too major. No real work going on. Not till training camp, which is I believe in July. I think mid July, I believe, when they go back. So all this is just press interviews, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. I'm real curious to see what our new offense is gonna look like post Drew Brees. Um, but
one more thing, fellas. Go to the college thing. Do a little factor cap. Factor cap Archie Manning and LSU Tiger. 2023.
Oh, damn, I don't know.
yeah, that's tough.
That's something that you just can't. Nobody even have like any idea where that guy's going, bro.
It gotta go all out, bro. I don't give a fuck who the quarterback. It could be what's his name? St. Thomas More, Walker Howard. It could be the other boy that just came back. The one they got on the campus right now. What's his name? Shit.
Max Johnson.
No, the freshman they got. The one that made TJ transfer. The other freshman. They got Garrett Nussmeyer.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a damn who it is. Do what you gotta do to get Archie on the campus.
I agree.
I don't give a fuck who transfer. This
I
guy's
agree.
out here throwing 60-yard down as a sophomore, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't even see nothing else. You could throw 60 as a sophomore. I don't even see nothing else, bro. I already know what you could do.
Yeah.
I already know what you
Well,
can do. I'm
he
gonna get
was
into football.
yeah he was groomed to be solid. You know what I mean? Like he was destined to be solid from a
Guy
Latino.
made guy made all state in basketball, bro. So
Sure, I didn't know that.
I
I didn't know that.
the guy not know he just knows stand in the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, he can
Guy-
move. Gotta see he got a old Archie, his grandpa. He got his legs, and he got a Peyton Manning arm.
Yeah, let's just hope Tennessee don't try to come scoop them and talk about legacy and all that.
Nah, I don't think Tennessee. Nah.
Yeah, because Eli went to Ole Miss, so I mean that ain't Peyton's son, so he ain't gonna go to
Yeah.
Tennessee.
That's
If
that's
anything,
that's
if-
Cooper's son, so that's I ain't got no.
If
No
anything,
ties
he
to Ole Miss.
he might do his own legacy. I hope he don't go play for Nick Seaton. That'll be terrible to watch.
That would,
Yeah,
I would
that
really
would
hate
be
that.
yeah,
I would
that
really
would
hate
be
that.
crazy.
That'll be devastating.
Very devastating.
That'll be the worst blow we suffered since losing Dylan Moses to LSU. Man.
Indeed.
That was tough.
Yep. Well, pretty light episode this week, man. If y'all rocked with us on episode 11, we appreciate y'all coming through again. We promise the content will pick up. We just kind of in that dead spot of the sports season, man. We got y'all covered with the baseball and everything, and definitely once training camp and all that start picking up, we'll have more news for y'all. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through for episode 11. Dan, tell the people where they can find you at on social media, man.
The real Steven /Noah
What?
on Instagram. I
guy's
lied, man.
cap.
Look at DJ Go. All platforms. Look at _DJ Go on Twitter. Look at _DJ Go at on Instagram as well, and Daniel Poppy on Facebook.
That's a bet. Jerrette, tell the people where they can find you at.
Your boys on Twitter at GoWit_the_flow. Of course, it's the Cajun way. I'm also on Facebook, Jerrette Popillion. you know. And y'all please go ahead and follow that Facebook page of our podcast, Behind the Boot. I'm trying to get the likes up, trying to get some engagements going on. Go ahead and like that up and start engaging with the folks.
Yes, sir. We'll have all the information for that in the description. So y'all please go and like the Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube, tell a friend, tell anybody that interested in Louisiana sports. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, and we'll be back next week.